Myself Ashok Kumar Biswa, lecturer mechanical from GP Gajapati. My topic is cooling and lubrication system of automobile engineering paper for 6th semester mechanical students. So in cooling system, a system which controls the engine temperature is known as a cooling system. Actually, why it is necessity for cooling an automobile? The cooling system is provided in the IC engine for the following reasons. The temperature of the burning gases in the engine cylinder reaches up to 1500 to 2000 degrees centigrade, which is above the melting point of the material of the cylinder body and head of the engine. Therefore, if the heat is not dissipated, it would result in the failure of the cylinder material. Due to very high temperatures, the film of the lubricating oil will get oxidized, thus producing carbon deposits on the surface. This will result in the piston seizure. Due to overheating, large temperature differences may lead to a distortion of the engine components due to the thermal stresses setup. This makes it necessary for the temperature variation to be kept to a minimum. Higher temperatures also lower the volumetric efficiency of the engine. So, due to this high temperature produced due to burning of the fuel inside the engine cylinder, a cooling is a must in case of IC engine in automobile. As you know, you have studied in previous classes in thermal paper, heat supplied or generated to a system, heat supplied, H is heat supplied to or generated in an IC engine, which is equal to E is internal energy stored in the system, and W is work done by the system. So that means this is the internal energy. So this internal energy is the heat produced inside the engine cylinder and stored in the walls of the cylinder body and head of the engine. So this heat must be dissipated or removed from the engine to make it efficient or to get maximum efficient thermal efficiency from the engine. So this is the necessity of cooling system for a automobile engine. Requirements of efficient cooling system. The two main requirements of an efficient cooling system are: it must be capable of removing only about 30% of the heat generated in the combustion chamber. That means, so maximum temperature produced by the combustible gases is 2000 degree up to 2000 degrees centigrade. So 30% heat must be removed from the heat generated. Too much removal of heat lowers the thermal efficiency. So a cooling system must be efficient to cool the engine. So it should remove heat up to 30% to get the maximum efficient thermal efficiency. Then it should remove the heat at a fast rate when the engine is hot. During the starting of the engine, the cooling should be very slow. So it controls the cooling system. The cooling system controls the temperature of the engine. Different types of cooling system: air cooling system and water cooling system. In air cooling system, the area of the cylinder is increased by providing fins. That means by projections. You must have seen there is projections around the cylinder and the head of the engine. So this cylinder, that means the contact area is increased. So cooling air from the atmosphere flows through the fins, so dissipating heat from the engine. So the total area of the fin surfaces, the velocity and amount of the cooling air and the temperature of the fins and of the cooling air. In air cooling system, this is the simplest form. And the advantages of air cooling system. The advantages of air cooling system. Air cooled engines have the following advantages. Its design is air cooled engine is simple. It is lighter in weight than water cooled engine, because in this type of system, cooling system, there is no need of water jacket as in case of cooling water cooling system, and there is no necessity of a pump, and there is also no necessity of thermostat, etc. So this is lighter in weight. This cooling system, air cooling is lighter in weight. मैंने प्राय सब पिलाने देखी मोटरसाइकेल चलई देखी तार चारिपटे मोटरसाइकेल इंजिन चारिपटे फिन्स प्रोजेक्शन बाहर थी से जगह फिन्स सो से बाट दे आम जो इंजिन एक्सेस हीट जो इंटरनल एनर्जी इज डिसिपेटेड थ्रू द एटमॉस्फेयर, सो इंजिन गेट्स कूल्ड to the required temperature, operating temperature. Next is water cooling system. In water cooling system, it requires a pump. It requires a pump. The different water cooling systems, the direct or non-return system, thermo-siphon system, hopper system, pump or forced circulation system. This is the diagram for describing the water cooling system. So different components, important components of the water cooling system is, this is the radiator, this is the upper tank of the radiator, lower tank of the radiator, this is the pipeline connected to the pump, this is the water pump. Then from the water pump there is the water jackets around the cylinder. This is this figure, in this figure it shows the 6-cylinder engine, multiple engine. So water jacket is provided, constructed during the manufacture of the cylinder by casting process. So water moves from the lower part of the lower tank of the radiator to the pump, centrifugal pump. Then pump delivers water to the circular water jacket of the IC engine. Then the water moving around the water jackets. Then it moves to the thermostat. Then from thermostat the water moves to the radiator. Then the water, hot water is being cooled by means of the radiator fan. It will throw water to the radiator cores, and from the air, atmospheric air, cool air will flow to the radiator core. This air from the axial fan and air from the atmosphere both cool the hot water. Then the hot water becomes cold, and again water flow to the pump to the water jacket of different cylinders. Then water moves through the thermostat. So during starting, one point you can mark, during starting the engine component, all parts of the engine component is not attain the operating temperature. So in that case the thermostat plays two roles. So it will not allow water to flow through the radiator. The water is directly flow to the pump. Then from pump to the water jackets of different engines. Then till it attains the operating temperature. Then if the operating temperature is attained, then the water will flow through the thermostat, then thermostat to the radiator. So thermostat plays two roles. Once during the cold start, so the water will divert through the pump, thermostat to pump. Then if the water is the temperature of the engine is attained operating temperature, then the thermostat will allow the water to flow through the radiator. These are two roles of the thermostat. So this water cooling system is employed for cars, heavy vehicles usually, cars, trucks and tractors, but the air cooled engines are used for lighter vehicles like motorcycles and scooters, scooty, etc. Then the lubrication system. In lubrication system, in IC engines is made of many moving parts. due to continuous movement of two metallic surfaces over each other, there is wearing of moving parts, generation of heat, and loss of power. In the engine, lubrication of moving parts is essential to prevent all these harmful effects. Purpose of lubrication. Lubrication produces the following effects: reducing friction effect, so and cooling effect, sealing effect, and cleaning effect. Again, one point is not written. It also avoids the noise. More important point. So when two parts, machine parts are moving, it creates noise. So if it is lubricated properly, the noise is minimized. Engine lubrication system. Different lubrication system are there. One is flash system, force field system, combination of flash and force field system. In flash lubrication system, actually when the connecting rod of the engine is moving downwards, that means piston is moving from top dead center to bottom dead center, then at the lower part of the connecting rod there is a spool or a spoon like thing. So it will give a thrust on the oil level. The oil, lubricating oil, which is at the pan of the engine, so it will give a thrust and flash. So due to that flash, the inner wall of the cylinder gets lubricated, and the connecting rod, both ends of the connecting rod and the timing gears, etc. are lubricated. This is the simplest form of lubrication system. This figure demonstrates the flash lubrication system. Here we mark one trough is provided at the lower end of the connector. Two-cylinder engine. This diagram shows the two-cylinder engine. One trough or dipper edge is provided at the lower end of the connecting rod. So this is the oil level. Desired graded oil is filled in the oil pan. So this trough or dipper or spool gives a thrust. So it will make a splash. So then it will lubricate the inner side of the cylinder piston arrangement and the connecting rod, crankshaft, etc. This is a simplest form. Then force feed system. Force feed lubrication system. In this system, the oil is pumped directly to the crankshaft, connecting rod, piston pin, timing gears, and camshaft of the engine through suitable parts of the oil. So this diagram describes the lubrication system, force feed lubrication system. So here the oil is in the sump. Lubricated desired grade of the oil is in the oil sump of the engine. Then here is a screen and the pump, lubricating oil pump. So it will draw oil from the sump. Then it will direct the oil to flow through the pipeline through the filter, oil filter. Then from the filter it will flow through the oil gallery, main oil gallery. Main oil gallery, it will flow to the crankshaft bearings through drilled holes, and then it will flow to the piston walls, engine piston walls, and the connecting rod, two ends of the connecting rods. So this is a 4-cylinder engine, and then the oil flow to the secondary gallery to lubricate the overhead valve mechanism. So valve mechanism and camshaft of the system and the timing gears. Then after lubricating all the moving parts, the oil flows back to the oil sump again. Then the system continues. So I will show you some video regarding the lubrication system and the cooling system. So please watch the video carefully. Watch this video. So while the connecting rod moving downwards, so the dipper gives a flash on the oil level. So there is a flashing of oil and lubricate the inner side of the walls of the piston cylinder arrangement and the connecting rod and the timing gears. The very simple system. You watch the video properly, study carefully. So this is the force feed lubrication system. So oil is in the oil sump. So this is the strainer through which oil flows towards the pump. The vane type pump or positive displacement pump, vane type or gear type pump here from the oil sump to the pump. The lubricant oil moves from the oil sump to the gear pump. Then from gear pump to release valve, pressure release valve, pressure regulator or pressure release valve. Then from the regulator valve it moves to the oil filter. So if any foreign particles or dust particles are there in the oil, it will again fall to the oil sump. Then the oil from the oil filter moves towards the main gallery. Then it lubricates the crankshaft bearings. Then the oil lubricates the crankshaft bearings and the connecting rod, small end and big end of the connecting rods and inner wall of the now it is lubricating inner wall of the cylinder piston arrangement is lubricated. Then oil moves to the secondary gallery to lubricate the cam system and the valve mechanism through the spouts. Here are the spouts provided to spray the oil to the cam mechanism and the springs of the valve mechanism. Then after all the parts are lubricated, the oil returns to the oil sump again. Then I will show the water cooling system. The video of water cooling system. Students, please watch the video carefully. The water cooling system, different parts, study the different 3D model of the water cooling system. You study different parts, how the water moves from the radiator to the water jacket through the centrifugal pump and the thermostat. This is a 4-cylinder multiple engine. This is the axial fan or cooling fan. So it gets power from the crankshaft. Both the cooling fan and the pump is run by a belt which gets power from the crankshaft. This is the thermostat. The radiator. This is the expansion tank. So any hot air present in the hot water will move to the expansion tank. So to prevent cavitation in the pump, circulating pump. You mark the circulation of water through the water jackets. Water from lower part of the radiator flows in this direction, and it moves around the cylinder jackets of different cylinders, and then after cooling the cylinders, it moves to the pump, move to the thermostat. Then from thermostat it moves to the radiator. So this is starting. This case is the starting of the engine. So instead of the water moving to the thermostat, it directly moves to the pump to the cylinder jacket again. Two works. The thermostat works two ways. When during starting and another in when the water is hot, too hot. So this case is when the water is cold. That means at the starting of the engine. So water is diverted here to the pump, water jacket directly. Not moving, the thermostat is not directing the water to flow through the radiator. Cooling water system not always cooling. It also controls. The system is also controls the temperature of the engine as the definition. First line of the definition of cooling system. It also controls the water temperature. So this is the expansion tank. So its function is to keep the hot air present in the hot liquid or hot water to prevent the centrifugal pump from cavitation. You mark when the temperature of the engine is too hot, so the water is flowing through the radiator, through the thermostat. Thermostat now divert the water through the upper valve. So this is a cooling system, water cooling system. Then I will show you some sample questions. So the question is, what percentage of engine heat is dissipated through the cooling, lubricating and fuel system? Between 10 to 15%, between 20% to 25%, between 30% to 35%, between 40% to 45%. Next question is, what action is created during the downward flow of the coolant through the radiator? Thermosiphon, thermo-expansion, thermoflow, thermocooling. Next descriptive type question is, explain the forced circulation water cooling system with a niche gauge. Describe the force field lubrication system with a niche gauge. Give a brief idea about the air cooling system. Explain about flash lubrication system. Thank you. If anybody have any doubt in this topic, may contact in my WhatsApp number 7978500695.
झीटीए तो माटी आम सामाजिक और पारिवारिक जीवनर मूल कथाटी से माने आगकू गले आगकू जीव संसार आम झील मैंने आ पुओंकठू पछरे नाहांती एबे तो बदली गलानी समय बदली गलानी जुग से झील माननकू आहुरी आगकू नहीं आत्मनिर्भरशील और स्वावलंबी करने ओडिशा सरकार सुदक्षा योजना रे सरकारी आईटीआई माध्यम संपूर्ण मागणारे जोगै देउछंती सबु प्रकार उत्कृष्ट मानर वैषयिक ज्ञान कौशलर तालीम एबे आम झील रहिबे सबुठू आगरे सबुठू उपरे
मु सफल मु कुशली मु सुदक्षा